Okay, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the channel. If you saw the last video, man, what a bummer. And I take full responsibility for it. If you didn't see it, basically, TOC JERKBAIT last tournament of the year. Did terrible. That lake's been kicking my butt. Actually, the last 3 tournaments have been destroying me, or really, I just haven't been on fish. But ultimately what happened is I did something I've never done before, and I left early. I left the tournament early. It was a 2-day tournament, and I left after day 1 after only having 2 fish for multiple reasons, but either way, totally on me. Not proud of it. Actually, I think doing that kind of killed me a little bit inside. It is what it is. Now it's a few days later, kind of regrouped, recharged my batteries mentally. And I'd say with fishing, especially tournament fishing, where there's an added pressure to catch some fish, if you don't catch them, for me personally, I always have a weird, like, I don't know, it's like the day after, 2 days after, I have just like this weird need or desire to just go out and just catch a bunch of fish. I don't know if that's similar for you guys as well, but that seems to be the trend for me. And trust me, I've had plenty of examples this year, unfortunately. So yeah, I have got the itch to get out somewhere and pull back on a few. And I was kind of brainstorming the best possible body of water, place, location, time of day, all that stuff, all those factors to really just go out and catch fish. I don't even care if they're small fish. That was the other thing about the tournaments and the fishing last video. Couldn't even catch dinks, like micros. It was wild. All that to say, we've landed on maybe one of the most popular fishing destinations in Northern California. California Delta, specifically Franks Tract, very well-known area in the Central Delta. This area historically for me, this time of year in the fall, you may not catch a bunch of big ones. Typically you can rely on catching numbers here, maybe some bonus striper, and they can be schooled up. So I figured with all things considered, today will be a good day to go out on the Delta, launch at Franks Tract, fish around the tract a little bit. Got a good tide today. I think right now it's incoming. We're gonna top out around 1 o'clock. Yeah, it is about 9 a.m. right now. Probably put a solid, well, I don't know how long I'll fish. Depends on the fishing, but I do know the goal is to eventually get some tuggage, some pullage, catch some fish, kind of offset the debacle of our last video, our last tournament with today, hopefully. Yeah, got a host of baits, all 10 rods. Hopefully one of them works. It's looking like a beautiful day, light breeze, sun is shining. So let's get out there and see what we can do. Pretty strong incoming tide right now. Man, water is crystal clear. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. Hard to say. Start by the ramp, right? Look how clear the water is. Interesting. Time of year, with the water being so clear, that tide, these little funnels right here can hold some fish. This is a tiny funnel, but there's some bigger ones around here we can definitely have a look at. I don't know, depending on how the whole day goes, I might fish the entire tract. It's a big location, like it's huge. It's almost like a lake in and of itself. Yeah, I just saw a little one right there. Little currents sitting in the current. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them right there. Yeah, none of you guys bite. There's like some 12 inchers, 15 inchers. A bunch of them. Chilling right there. I'm surprised none of you guys hit the worm. Oh, there's like a 3-pounder. Alright, well this is exciting so far. There's definitely some good fish here. Right off the get. That is one thing though about this location. With the clear water, heavy pressure, these fish are educated. They're a little smarter, but these fish aren't in the current just to hang out. They're not here just for fun. They're here for a conveyor belt buffet style of potential food. Just gotta figure out what they want. It's silly starting out with a was interested. Maybe tricked him. Old jerkbait, huh? Usually they don't bite after they see you. That's cool. You know what? No games. Put you in the net and deal with you. All right, man. I like to see that. What I would have given a tulloch to have a fish like this the other week. Just one, not even 5. Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Okay. Maybe some jerkbait love today, we'll see. Clear water, schooled up fish, kind of makes sense. Oh, got another one. Might have been a little one, but still a bite. There's so many dinks though. So many dinks. Yeah, lots of little ones following it, but that's a good sign. That kind of tells me the jerkbait is something that's sparking their interest. There's so many things to throw right now. I want to throw it all. Hey, it's been a minute since we've thrown a frog. So many options. Alright, you know what? Let's just make a run. I know where there's another good pinch point, much bigger than that first one we started at, so let's go see if they're stacked up over there. They probably are. I gotta do it now because when that tide changes there, it kind of gets to a point where it's not as strong. Those fish will probably disperse and won't be as concentrated in those pinch points. So gotta try to take advantage of it right now. Alright, locked and loaded. Anybody wants to get the bladed jig, I don't know. Alright, well, so we can just see if there's any fish here, big or small. Drop shot. Oh, there's a big one right there. 3-4 pounder. Cruising about. Now, what would I have had to throw to get you to eat? Tide's incoming, but it's still kind of hard to fish in some of these grassed up areas. There's only so many baits you can throw and actually fish it correctly. Seems like a frog or a topwater though. Maybe a punch. There we go. I think it is a jerkbait day. Been trying a bunch of stuff. Punching, frogging, worming. Not too many casts with a jerk, and we get bit. Little guy, but I'll take him. There we go. Good one. Decent one. Yeah. Yep. Clear water. Guess jerkbait kind of makes sense. See, this is fun. This is what I needed. Just some bites. Not the biggest fish in the world, but man, like I said, after some really challenging fishing days, these fish feel fantastic. Oh, big one right there. Yeah, I've seen, that's a huge one. Oh man. Oh, it just came up and swiped it. Saw like a 4-pounder right there. But something else came up and got it. Alright, it's a jerkbait day for now. These aren't half bad fish either. Ooh, that's a good one. You can tell these fish are chilly. A jerkbait makes sense. Usually when they're all hot, they flop all over the place, but they're just kind of being subdued when we get them in the boat, not going nuts. Oh, I had one. Son of a gun. Oh, I got it again. I thought that was a bait fish. Man, that first like really tiny one we've caught so far. Yeah, be careful with these guys. That was like about the size of the bait fish I've been seeing flicking around. The wind has picked up kind of out of nowhere, but maybe that'll help the bite even more. Bite's good right now. Bite is good. Yeah. Man, that's good. These are good. Oh man, there was 2 with it about the same size. Man, I tell you what, I remember years where even these size fish were tricky to catch in here. Like they were not straightforward. Like the one I just caught before this, you get a million of those. But like even like the little keepers like this, they're just super lockjawed for whatever reason. Nice little Delta meat chunks. Those are the little meat chunks that are fun to catch out here. They hit baits hard, they fight, I love it. Assuming all those fish were 12 inches, I think they were about 5 fish. That's what took me about 25 hours of tournament fishing to get. Oh, as soon as we hit the water. Sticking them good. All about the same size, which I like. I think this is yeah, this is the new stunna, Berkeley stunna size. It's the 100. Not all the time, but I feel like a lot of the time, like with most jerkbaits, they just seem too long. Something a little more compact makes more sense, looks a little more realistic. Who knows, but certainly working today. This is not good. Not good. I thought we were weeding out a lot of those fish. I'm just around a lot more small ones. Way more small ones. Slight idea. Got a little idea. In theory, it should work. Who knows? Like, if they're biting a jerkbait, why wouldn't they bite a soft jerkbait? This is obviously weedless. I'll throw it in more places. I guess I don't know why it wouldn't work. There we go. Hang on. That's a big one too. Yeah, soft jerkbait should work, right? Little flat-nosed minnow. Thank you, sir. That was fun. Guy smoked it. Oh, got one. Little guy. Yeah, maybe he's getting better than I thought. Oh shoot, yeah, he is better. You're not a scupper fish, dude. You ain't getting out there. Thank you, sir. It's a good little spot right here. You can see there's some hard bottom and everything. I like the action of it. You can kill it and it kind of sinks just like a wacky worm. I think that's been actually the strikes I've just had. Those two fish hit it on the fall. Oh my god. Oh, dang it. Oh, we got it. I came back and got it. Whoa. That was cool. Oh man, I saw him nose up on the bait and then he kind of went away. And then he came back. Thank you, sir. Not as many bites on the little flat-nosed minnow, but seem to be better bites. I'm also fishing the other side of this Thule Island. The wind finally died down a little bit. It makes it bearable to fish. Maybe there's just better fish on this side too. I don't know. Without that wind, it's getting kind of toasty now. About 12:30. Been on the water for what? 3.5, 3 hours? So far I like it. I am in no rush to get off the water. Let's say that. Shed some layers though. Oh, dang it. It's carp. That was a... I saw Thule move back there and I thought it was a bass. It would have been like a 6-pound bass. It's not a huge carp. Yeah, they're carp. They actually look like 5-6 pound bass. Ooh, good one came up, and how do you miss it, man? Dang. Oh, there he is too. I see him. You gonna eat again? I don't know. It'd be weird if you did. It seems to have slowed down just a touch. Still coming in though, the water, the tide. I'm almost wondering now if it's like getting too... Oh, a bunch of little ones dinking at it. I wonder if it's getting like too high for some of these fish. Ooh. Not terrible actually. Well, they're still waiting for that conveyor belt. It popped off. Whatever. Oh, there's a good one right there. Oh, there's a couple good ones right there. Oh, dude, they are right there. I can see them, and they're just... That actually was kind of telling. That one ate it as soon as I popped it. Oh, there's some good ones down there. Oh, man. Yeah, it's definitely that on the twitch. Now, at least. How'd he miss it? That's weird. Saw him right there. Eat it. You can kind of see him right there, actually. It's too close to the boat now. Look at them all down there. I'm just not at the right angle to jerk it correctly. This is the bald spot. Oh, there we go. The bald spot fish. See, these are the ones I'm seeing down there. The ones that aren't half bad. Just fun fish, man. Fun fish. Alrighty, guys, 5:19. You know what? Good day. Good day. Today was all about getting bit, having fun, catching some fish, feeling the old tug. And of course, any fishing trip, you never know exactly what the fish will be doing, how they'll be behaving, how they'll be biting. Luckily, they were definitely biting today. Quick recap, got here around 8:30, 9 o'clock. Again, Franks Tract, massive, and actually in total today, really only covered one little corner of it. But yeah, got launched. Water was crystal clear. I think I made my way through a chute right to start and noticed a bunch of fish congregated right at the break. We had an incoming tide to start. It was moving actually pretty quick and there was fish funneled right there. So clear water, tried a worm, wouldn't touch it. Had a jerkbait tied on, so whipped out the jerkbait. Actually saw one look at it and kind of was hesitant to bite, but with one twitch, got it to react, ate the jerkbait. So first fish of the day right off the bat. So I thought, okay, good sign. And then I went a little while, covered some water, tried some different baits, looked for some more breaks, and came up really with nothing. So decided, oh well, I got a bit on the jerkbait, so might as well get back to the jerkbait. Picked up the jerkbait again, and that was the ticket. That was definitely the bait, at least to start the day, that they wanted. I must have tried a bunch of stuff today, from the punch to the frog, through the glide around a little bit, through the buzzbait quite a bit too, but it always came back to the jerkbait. I was finding a consistent bite on it. These fish were definitely positioned, ready to eat, so that was a lot of fun. You know, no giant fish, but just solids, solid delta meat chunks. Fun fish, the exact fish I was hoping to catch today, to be honest. The jerkbait of choice today was the Stunna 100, the smaller size Stunna jerkbait. Wind did pick up a little bit, got a little breezy, so I was kind of just staying behind a little Thule island. Once the wind finally died down and the water was high enough, I went on the other side, the windier side, and a lot more grass, a lot more weeds, a lot more things that could follow up a treble hook bait like the jerkbait. So on a whim, something I actually didn't have tied on, but I had in the tackle box, was a little jerk shad, a little flat nose minnow. Tied that weightless onto a screw lock hook and started tossing that thing around, able to throw it more into the cover. So that was the benefit of that over the jerkbait. And I don't know if it was the area or the bait or maybe even the timing, ended up getting bit relatively quickly. And I think those bites, those 2 or 3 bites that we had on the flat nose minnow, seemed to be better quality. That was good. And after that, we had a little bit of a lull. I mean, midday got a little tough, covered some water, kept cycling through baits. I was trying a bunch of stuff. Nothing was catching fish though, and ended up circling around and going back to where we started, where we had the most bites. And still tough though. I mean, I was catching fish here and there, but I noticed that a lot of the better fish were kind of just nosing up to the bait or kind of fleeing off. They weren't committing to it anymore. It's just like the real small ones that were. So I don't know what was up with that. The water was a lot higher. Not sure if that had anything to do with it. And yeah, guys, happy with that day. That's the day I needed so bad after, well, I'm not even gonna talk about it anymore. Fun day out on the Delta. The itch has been scratched, but as always, I thank you guys for watching, for coming along. Fun day out there, and I will catch you guys on the next one.